Alright, so now after knowing that what are the techniques of introduction, the techniques that we learned were quotation, definition, testimonials, facts and figures. Now we will learn the ways of building up, that is the main body building up in a group discussion, and second would be the counter techniques. So let's talk about the building up techniques. Today we will learn just two techniques. The first one is 6 W's. Friends, the 6 W's can be used in a very versatile manner. For example, let's say any topic, advertisements that have changed our life. So what is advertisement? How advertisements have changed our life, and why advertisements are important? Where do we find advertisements? When the advertisements are shown, and by whom the advertisements are made. So if you have 6 lines, just imagine if you have 6 lines to speak upon the topic advertisements or politics, you are speaking 6 times. So that is more than enough. So that is first technique known as 6 W's. Frame the 6 questions in your mind. Okay? Second is the technique known as POP technique. So if the topic is whether the youth should participate in politics. So the POP says the first P stands for problems. Then tell all the problems, okay, or due to the bad or politics that is being practiced. For example, the corruption is there, the growth is not there, the ministers, they do not have the vision for the growth. They present all the problems just like a laundry list, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, then for every problem you should have at least 2 options, not one. One would be a choice, correct? So if it says that your first problem you have presented the corruption in India, then what should be the 2 options? The first can be educated youth. The second would be continuous monitoring. The third would be some systems, software systems to be installed, just for an example. Then finally you should give the proposal. So friends, I propose that in order to eradicate corruption from the country, active youth participation should be done. Okay. Second, friends, our second problem was of lack of vision for the growth of country. The options we presented, they were, the first is that the vision should be set by some educated youth like engineers for development, teachers for education, and army people for the security, right? And then the recommendation you can give. So I finally propose that for the vision development of our country, we should go for the youth who are educated in the respective fields of, let's say, army, medicine, teaching. Okay, so the second technique is known as POP. That is, present the problems, give the options, and finally give your proposal. So friends, these are 2 techniques which you can use always for a group discussion. Now let's talk about the counter techniques. Very important. Friends, there are techniques of agreeing, disagreeing, interrupting a group discussion. We will talk about 3 today. So let's say agree. The technique of agree says that if someone is supporting your point, or if you are lack of any point and someone has given a similar point, you should agree with that person. How? For example, if someone is saying that yes, you should participate in politics, and then immediately you should appreciate first. Absolutely right, my friend. We should participate in politics because politics should be run by the young people, the young blood, the young mind, and the young talent, right? So you are agreeing with. And what are the dialogues you can use? I'm absolutely agree with you. I'm in agreement with you. I do support your point. Yes, that is absolutely right. Make it, when you are going to agree, do it with a lot of energy and power. Okay, that is when you enter, when you agree, do it with a lot of power and then go slow and smooth. I totally agree with you, my friend, that yes, youth should participate in active politics. Okay? The second one is disagreeing. This is very, very important to know that when you are going to disagree, okay, you can make enemy and friends. How? For example, if you are going to be very volatile, and if you are going to be very, like countering everyone, very negative approach, then definitely you will be making more enemies. But if you are supporting someone points, then also you can use this technique of disagreeing. For example, that advertisements have changed our life. And someone is saying, no, I don't think so that advertisement have changed our life. We are what we are. Then you can simply say, I am sorry, my friend, I don't agree with you totally. Right? Very sorry to say, the point you have presented is not appropriate. Don't say directly that you are wrong. I do not agree with you. Then you will make straight away enemies. Am I right? So it's a diplomatic way of agreeing in a negative manner. Alright? So the third is very important, interrupting. How do you interrupt in GD? Now this is very important to know because you can enter and you can get a lot of enemies, or you can get a good attention by everyone. How do you enter? The technique is enter with a force and then say your reasons in a smooth and calm manner. For example, I'm sorry to interrupt you, my friends. Sorry to intrude here. Sorry to cut you down. And then give your points of agreeing or disagreeing. Now, these are three countermeasures. There is one more. Alright, we will share one more with you. That technique is known as opportunity to speak. Opportunity to speak is a measure to show your leadership skills, your team skills. Those are very important in a group discussion. How do you do that? So after you have presented your points, then you can pass on. Alright? For example, alright, my friends, what is your point? Okay, so do you like to add on something on it? What is your position? So the dialogues are, what do you think? What is your position? Would you like to add on? So this is known as pass on techniques. So what we have learned today in the building up techniques or the main body techniques, the first two techniques of building up are 6 W's. What, when, where, how, by whom. Okay? And the second is the POP techniques. Present all the problems, then present the options, and followed by the final recommendations or proposals. These are structured way of speaking in a group discussion. And the counter techniques, very important. These will help you to win the attention. The first one is how to agree. I totally agree with you. I agree with you. I'm in total agreement with you. How to disagree. I'm sorry, my friend, but I don't agree with you. Sorry to say that, but your point is not appropriate. I'm sorry, my friend. Your point can be better like this. Alright? But say, I'm sorry, I'm afraid. Disagree. Alright? The third technique which I said is interruption. That is, enter with a force, then say your point of agreeing and disagreeing in a cool and calm manner. For example, sorry to interrupt you, but I want to say is that I'm sorry to cut you down, but I don't agree with you totally. Right? I don't want to sound intruding, but your point can be better in this manner. Alright? And the last one is pass on technique. After giving your point, pass on the way you want other people to build up. Alright? So what's your position? What do you think on this point? Would you like to add on something? So these are the main body techniques or the building up techniques along with the counter techniques. So now we have done the introduction with certain techniques of quotation, testimonial, facts and figures, and examples, definition. Then in the main body, we learned the building up technique of 6 W's and POP, and the counter techniques of agreeing, disagreeing, interruption, and pass on. So that's all for the main body. Thank you.